Juicewall Productions.
How's it going, guys? I'm Josh from Juicewall Productions, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Minikin 155 Boost, and I am absolutely loving the vape I'm getting off of this thing, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Alrighty guys, welcome back, and let's pop this guy open and take a look at what she's all got in here. And at first look on the box, it's got pretty nice packaging all around. It has a nice little scratch and check for your authentication on there, which is nice. Let's open this guy up. So first off, we have the Minikin 155 Boost in there. And then underneath this guy, pull that guy out. Got a nice little battery indication of making sure your wraps are looking good and nice and healthy, and make sure there's no scratches or dents or anything like that in there. So that's nice that Asmodus decided to do that in there. And then right here they added in their warranty card in there, so you guys can read through that and see if you check that out. And then in here they have a nice long user manual for this guy. At first it looks a little bit complicated, but it does give you a really nice description on everything and how to do everything, so it's definitely a good little user manual in there. And then so here we have the Boost, and let's pop some batteries in this guy and start to take a look at this guy. Inside of there, I forgot to mention that inside of those guys they do come with a micro USB charging cable. Also, you can use that for your firmware updates and stuff like that. So when we open this guy up, it has nice spring-loaded battery connections, and does tell you which way they go in. Negative here, positive over here. Put this other guy in there. Nice simple click in, they don't move around at all in there. Slide this guy back on, and if you notice on the other side over here, they did add two nice magnets on there that definitely hold this guy in place. It's not going anywhere. No battery rattle or anything like that, which is nice. Alrighty, so at first looks on this guy, it is a zinc alloy mod, and then it has a nice rubberized paint job all around, which I have found that this paint job does a great job of keeping away any scratches or anything. It does fingerprint a little bit, but not bad at all. Excuse me. I did notice that if you get a little bit of juice on this stuff, it does wipe off very easy, just like the fingerprints do on this stuff. So mod is always looking really nice, even with other stuff. And if you look right up in there, it did scratch a little bit right there, but you can barely tell. As you can see, we got to get pretty close up in there to even tell. Other than that, there's no scratches on this guy, and the screen does a nice good job of keeping it nice and clean. And to turn this guy on, it's 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turns on. Nice Asmodus. And so it first looks on this guy. It tells you what mode we're in, wattage, volts, ohms, and what both your batteries are reading at. And I'm currently have this guy at 85 watts. So next, let's take a look at these buttons right here. All the buttons on this mod are super nice and clicky, as you can hear. These ones also are very clicky, and they all sit super flush on the mod, so there is no overhang or anything like that. It helps with just, if you're throwing this guy in your pocket or anything, it's gonna help a little bit with not firing in there. But you should always lock your mod and whatnot before you throw it in your pocket. And then it has a nice little charging port right here, and you can charge through these guys, and it is also mostly for your firmware updates. And then let's just go into the menu here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go in there, and then that's going to be your system on or off, your mode select, your brightness level. Let's turn that guy all the way up so you guys can see that. And then your exchange, which is just the color of your screen, goes from white and black. and then your exit, and we'll just jump right back over here to your mode selections. And so this guy definitely has a few modes to go from. And so at first you have your power mode, your temperature mode, and your TCR and your TFR, and in each of these there's 5 different selections for putting in your own inputs for what kind of coils you are using and whatnot for each of those. And then one thing I wanted to talk about and go into is this curve setting here. So there are 5 points on there that you can go in through, and so it's basically each point is going to be throughout your entire hit. So first here I have it at 115 watts for 0.2 seconds, and then on the 0.2 I have it at 100 watts for 0.2 seconds, and then in the 0.3 I have it at 90 watts for 0.5 seconds, and then on 0.4 I still have it at that 90 watts for another 0.2 seconds. And on the 0.5 I have it at 95. I jump back up there a little bit just to give it a little kick back at the end at 0.3 seconds. And then it's going to round robin back to 1. And so now we're in that curve mode if we just hold down that button right there. So let's go back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click that guy. Go back into mode selections. Go back up to normal wattage mode. And so on these guys it is a very I really love the way this thing feels in the hand. It's very ergodynamic and feels great in the hand, and this stuff, it definitely has a really comfortable feel in it. It doesn't feel cold in the hand or feel like you're gonna drop this, or it's slippery all the time. It's got a nice grip to it, which I really find is awesome with this guy. And this mod, just to let you guys know, it does read down to a 0.01, so you can get your low builds on there and everything, which is really nice. And let's go over some dimensions of this guy. So it is 81.5 millimeters tall, 57 millimeters wide, and then it is 25 millimeters width. And so I can throw on some bigger RDAs, and they sit on there nice and flush. So let's just screw this Cleto 120 on there and take a look at how that looks. So with this guy on there, as you can tell, it's very clean, nice and sitting nice and flush. And if you can tell, there's just a tiny bit of overhang with this airflow adjustment right here, but it's not bad at all. Nice and sleek. And let's kick up the wattage and go up a little bit. I'm going to take her up to 90. And that's where I usually like to vape this guy. And as you can see there, now it's reading those ohms and whatnot. So it's a 0.15 coil, and then it's going to be reading 3.85 volts. So altogether, this guy is super awesome. I love this model a lot. And let's go back out to normal view and finish up some final thoughts. Alrighty guys, so that was just our up close and personal with this guy. As you can tell, it's a great little mod. I'm absolutely loving this thing, especially with this Cleto 120 on top. It works great for me. This mod, I haven't found any issues or anything that I have found yet with it. It seems to work awesome overall. It doesn't seem to pulse at all when I'm hitting it or anything like that. That button seems to push the power straight to the atomizer just great. And it's overall an awesome vape, and I'm absolutely loving it, and I don't have anything bad to say other than when I'm in the menu and I'm in that first system mode setting and I press the up button, it turns it off. And I always get confused with if you should be pushing the power button or the plus or minus to go through all the settings. And so when you just are in that mode and you hit that positive button, it just turns the mod right off, and it's no big deal. Just a little thing for me, just, you know, making things user friendly, a little less complicated. Overall, it's a great, awesome vape. And this was Josh at Juice Wall Productions. Change tastes good. Have a good day.
Jordan the Revolution.